Hey guys, this is Carrie. Forgive me for my strained voice. We went to a concert over the weekend and it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of people there, and I generally have a smaller, softer voice, so I worked really hard to get my voice up over the crowd, but I did it. Anyway, I'm here today to answer a question. What was one of the most impactful moments in your life that transitioned you into a new path or way of looking at life? For me, it was about 3 years ago, waking up and realizing that my life that I thought was my life was not. It was nothing that I thought it was at all. And it was actually a life that I had created or created for myself in my mind, that I thought was the way I should be living and that everyone around me should be living. And it came crashing down all around me, every part of it. And it was a process of rebuilding it. It took about 3 years. The first stage was me trying to rebuild what had just fallen down. And it wasn't possible, it didn't work. So I realized that I had to step away from that. And during the time when I was looking at rebuilding what I had lost, in the same exact way, I had this stirring inside me, like, oh, this isn't right. There's something not right here. It was like this, something inside of me wanted to express, um, if that makes sense. So when I realized this, and I realized that I couldn't control any of it anymore, I let go. And I let go of a lot of things, including myself, my self-definitions that I had made about what I should or shouldn't be doing. And I went through a period of where I embraced the really bad parts of myself, the stuff you don't tell people. But I went into it, and I wrote the entire time. I self-forgive. I walked the points that were coming up. And all the while, again, inside of me, I knew this isn't where I want to be. It just happens to be where I am at the moment. And fortunately, I had a lot of support. I had a great buddy at the time. And I was also in the process of getting over my last relationship and working on my self-relationship. So one of the things that she suggested that I do is to redefine the points that were coming up in me that I was looking to get from someone else. So say I wanted companionship. What I would do is I would redefine that for myself, first the word, and then I would write out things that I could do for myself to make myself my own companion. And I had this list on my fridge with my words and what I could do from when I was looking for something outside of myself to fulfill myself. And this was massive for me. So not only did I get to know who I was at the time, or who I could be, in terms of the bad parts of me, I also got to know myself and what I could do for myself to support myself so that I wouldn't ever need to get into the same sort of relationship that I was in, where I tended to compromise what's important for myself because I was so fearful of losing what I was getting out of the relationship. So since then, I have been able to completely recreate my entire living situation. Things have improved here massively, and it was all done with self-honesty, knowing myself, knowing what it is that I can live with, what it is that I can't live with, what it is that I must have. And I created a life based on that. And let me tell you, what a big difference compared to the way I was living before, in this constant conflict and sadness and anger and turmoil. And I've also had opportunities of seeing my own potential, what I'm capable of doing when I trust myself and trust my body, and how I'm communicating with me and learning how to read it. It's quite cool. Anyway, thanks guys so much for listening. I'm so grateful to be here and have the opportunity to share and give back what's been given to me. Have an awesome day.